Hey everyone, it's DOS time, and this time around it is more alter ego. Last time we almost got killed. Well, not really. Apparently it was a dream. But either way, it was quite an interesting one, as the guy from Jumanji, the hunter, that tried to kill Robin Williams, well, we banged his wife, and then afterwards, he tried to shoot us. So great stuff happened. If you missed the last part, of course, check it out. Anyway, let's move on to where we're going here. This is the beginning of this part. We are currently engaged, even though we did that last thing. We're 21 years old and 9 months. We are an entrepreneur, and we're engaged to marry him. We have $12,363 in our thing. We're gonna go spend on money. Spend the big money. Here we go. Yes, I would like to buy. We are going to buy a boat. No, I don't think we can afford a boat. Let's buy a car. We're gonna buy a new sports car, even though we don't have the money. The truth is, you probably never have the chance to live it up in the sports car more than now if you can afford it. What would you like to pay? We're going to do credit. Your finance charge is 20% of the purchase price. This amount will be added to the purchase price. Now, for good news, you have the rest of the module to pay. Your credit purchase will not be deducted from your resources till after you finish the module. Please make sure you have enough money to cover your debts by then, or your credit rating will suffer and you will not be able to get any more credit until the end of the game. Thank you for cashing in on this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Now the question is, can I go here? Okay, I'm trying to figure out where do I go to make the purchase. Pay back part of your loan? We don't have a loan, right? Oh, is that what we were... Okay. See, okay, does it tell me in here, in my money thing? Debt, $1,400. Okay, cool. So, what we can do here is I'm going to pay back the loan. And we're going to pay $10,000 of it. There, we have most of it paid off. We just got to pay off the rest of it after a little while. Okay, lately nothing seems to be going right for you. It seems as though no one understands you or cares about you. People want things from you, but give nothing in return. Life is miserable, and sometimes you don't feel like waking up in the morning. Depressed. Seek help. Everyone goes through periods like this once in a while. I'm glad you have decided to turn to someone to help you. Who you want to get help from? A professional. A professional is likely to tell you that depression is really anger turned inward. It is a common response to loss, whether in the form of someone moving away or dying, or in the form of loss of love, as in the case of someone who has rejected you. Tolerating such a loss can be difficult. You may have some sleepless nights, problems with your appetite, or feel just plain lousy. You may have to explore past relationships to discover new ways of coping with the expressing your feelings. It might take some time, but as a result, your overall life will improve. Do you think you would like to try a psychiatrist? Yeah, sure. Wise choice. You can see a we'll go with that. The therapist points out your tendency to use your depression to satisfy certain needs in unhealthy ways. He shows you your defenses and helps you explore your past. You might discuss your dreams during the sessions, and you would certainly explore your history of growing up and your relationships with your parents or guardians. It is an educational and enlightening experience, one you might want to choose to continue even after your depression lifts. Life spheres improve across the board. Awesome. And I agree with most of that. You're walking down a poorly lit street late at night when you see a teenage boy mugging an elderly man. Angry, help the old man. What would you like to be willing to do? Hit the teenager over the head with something. Run up to him and try to hit him. You barely take 2 steps towards the boy when he spots you approaching and runs away. This potentially dangerous experience ends rather peacefully. The old man hugs you lightly. He was terrified. Oh, we could have gotten shot again, or potentially shot again. You're given the opportunity to participate in a charity fundraiser. The proceeds will be used to provide food and shelter to orphan children. If you decide to help out, even in the most minimal capacity, it will take a large amount of your time and possibly your resources. Help out. In what capacity would you like to help? Organize a fundraiser, play a vital role, play a helping non-leadership role, play a vital role. You seem like a good sport, a strong young man who really help out in the pinch. The organization needs a volunteer to run a booth at the fundraiser. The booth features a pie throwing contest for $1 per throw donation. Customers at your booth hurl whipped cream pies at the target, who has put his head through a hole in the piece of wood. What fun. You are the target. Thanks for volunteering. Are you sure you want to go through this? Yeah, sure. Hit me in the face with pies. Most of the pie throwers miss, but every once in a while, splat. You're a good sport. Your booth is very successful. Social and emotional sphere characteristics increase. Uh-oh. We're gonna bang Jumanji again. A bunch of your friends con you into going to a bar that features couch dancing. Couch dancing is where a woman, clad only in a G-string, stands on a couch while you support her by the ankles. Once she is in this position, she dances for your entertainment pleasure. After the girl finishes her dance, she invites you into a back room for a relaxing massage. It becomes clear that she is a prostitute offering her services. Curious, ready to go, enlist her services. You are presented with the following massage options: hand pleasure, oral pleasure, massage with social intercourse. Around the world package deal on sale this week. Christ. I did not expect the game to go into quite this amount of detail. Anyway, we're going to go around the world in 80 days, or however, $75 will take us. The masseuse requests that you remove all your clothes and wrap a towel loosely around your waist. She gently rubs warm scented oil all over your body. She begins by making large swirling motions across your back, and she massages your back. She begins projecting a series of slides on the wall in front of you, probably to get you aroused. The first slide is the Eiffel Tower. Next is the London Bridge. These are followed by slides of the Empire State Building, the Hanging Gardens of Cyprus. Thank you for taking this magical massage tour around the world. Sir, please try us again. You've been had, unfortunately not in the way you planned. Freaking hilarious. And unfortunately we did go around the world, but no Jackie Chan joined us in this case. Your mother calls you to tell you that your father is very poor spirits lately. He has lost his job. Too bad. Fuck him. Neutral. Talk to him about it. How can you be neutral at a time like this? You can only be denying your real feelings. Chances are you cannot be very supportive of your dad in this emotional state. Good. Fuck him. He's an asshat. In a very subtle way, Marion's family is trying to influence a decision that the two of you are trying to make. On one hand, you can appreciate their input, but on the other hand, you are not sure that you should start allowing them this kind of influence over your lives. After all, the two of you are adults and are capable of making your own decisions. Complaint. Tell them you would like to work it out on your own. Oh, compliant. Sorry, I read that wrong. Compliant. Confused. Who do you think should tell them you would like them to keep out of the decision-making process when it involves the lives of you and Marion? The two of you as a couple. A good choice. This way it doesn't seem like you are pushing her to do something against her parents, or that you are doing all the talking and Marion must passively accept whatever you say. There is no guarantee that Marion's parents will agree with the two of you, but they should respect your decision. Awesome. Oh, it was a job one. You're trying to move ahead as quickly as possible in your vocational life, but it is rough. The more honest, hard work you do, the more time you spend spinning your wheels and getting no place fast. An important opportunity arises for you to move ahead. It comes unexpectedly. A highly influential person slips up. You can capitalize on this error and move ahead. But if you do, this person's life will be ruined. Aggressive. Capitalize on the opportunity. You are successful. The person is crushed for a while. It looks as if they may even attempt suicide. Okay. Your resource column increases by 5,000. Okay, I need to check my money. Oh yeah, let's pay back the rest of that loan. What do I owe, like 5,000 or something? I have to be done with the loan. I didn't even look at it. Okay, we're good. And, hold on. We have 1,800 left. Okay, let's see what we can get at the wonderful world of purchasing crap. Let's buy toys. Let's buy... I want to see what the boat options are. There are boats. A speedboat for 5,000. A sailboat that sleeps... A motor yacht with crew. I'm never gonna... A sailboat that sleeps 4 is fine with me. Very classy and reserved. What would you like to pay? We're just gonna pay cash with it. There we go. We are awesome, aren't we? At a party, you meet a group of people you're into the artsy side of life. They're extremely analytical. What? Whatever. It's analytical people who express themselves creatively. There we go. Just move on. Can't say a word. Just move on. Move on. Anyway, some are the artists, others dancer. Some are artists, others dancers. Some self-styled Renaissance people. They are apolitical, non-materialistic, and consider the best decisions one's made on the spur of the moment. They are certainly different. Impressed. Try to become one of them. Why not? You can't do it emotionally. You aren't capable of being such a drastic change in personality. Well, wait. That was a waste of my time. A friend of yours from since grammar school has gotten mixed up in a series of bad deals, poor judgments, and impulsiveness. Harebrained schemes. He calls you up on the phone, sounding very depressed or very desperate, and asks for a $500 loan. Pity. Give him the loan. Part of the reason why this person has been able to get into so much trouble is because people like you have felt sorry for them and given them resources. Well, this is the only time it's come up in my game to give him money. If it came up again, he'd be fucked. He promptly loses their $500 in a scheme to raise chinchillas at home for a fun and profit. And then we're no longer friends. You have an opportunity to attend a conference that might provide you with information that will get you farther ahead in your field. Interested, go to the conference. The cost of the conference is $500. You still want to go? Yes. Because you are strong intellectually, you gain valuable information from the conference. Your increasing skills reflects the skills you gained here. Regardless of what you might have gained or lost intellectually, you have excellent social skills, and as a result, you make contacts that help you along in your profession. You gain in resources reflects this. Exactly. Because we are awesome. I guess it's time to finally get married here. Let's get married. We're 26. What would you like to do? We're gonna plan to have a wedding. Marriage is a serious commitment, one that should last a lifetime. Are you sure you can handle it? Yeah, sure. Do the two of you want a large or small wedding? Yeah, let's do a large one. Okay, as long as the two of you have agreed on what kind of honeymoon would you like? Extravagant. And what kind of area do the two of you want to live in? Suburbs. It's tough to find a decent place to live these days, you know. Now that you have thought about some of the major preparations, the weeks fly by until the wedding date. The time that passes is crucial and can determine the future success of your entire marriage. Everyone has their share of problems during this time, unfortunately. This includes you. Approximately 1 week before the wedding, the following happens. You discover that Marion has a casual affair with a perfect stranger during a weak moment at some point during your engagement. Does this whatever? I don't know. No. Your wedding day seems to go by perfectly, and surely can be a memorable occasion. Unfortunately, your Uncle Harry gets stinking drunk at the reception and falls down, breaks his leg, and has to be taken to the hospital by an ambulance. Your wedding night comes, and you climb into bed in eager anticipation. Marion is in the bathroom getting ready to join you, and the door opens. Marion looks resplendent in her turtleneck flannel pajamas with the little slipper feet attached to the pants. Eek! Believe it or not, she is terrified of having sex with you, and there is no getting her to try. You fall asleep wondering if she will get over this, hoping that she will get... Okay, this is done. Praying like you have never prayed before that she'll get over this, begging. The next morning, the two of you get ready to leave for their honeymoon. How will you be traveling to the honeymoon? By plane. The trip to your honeymoon hideaway is a safe and pleasurable one. Your honeymoon is peaceful and relaxing. Any problems that you might have experienced on the wedding night are washed away by the peacefulness of your surroundings. This is the start of a lifetime that will be filled with many emotions. That is love, of course, but that will have to be tempered with tolerance. After all, loving someone who loves you in return is easy. Tolerating her when she is moody and irritable and difficult and may mean the difference between staying together or falling apart. Admiration will sometimes be offset by petty jealousy. Desire for companionship will sometimes be replaced by a need for solitude. This kind of talk may seem premature of the state of your marriage, but within the next 2 years, things will start to become very difficult. The newness of the marriage will wear off, and you will have to start coming to grips with the fact that you and your partner is not as perfect as you would really like them. No, she's already not perfect. She didn't sleep with us on the wedding day. This is not a bad thing, but it is a reality. Your ability to adjust to your partner's strengths and weaknesses, and vice versa, will ultimately determine the success of your marriage. Good luck. Please check your resource file to see how your wedding gifts have affected your status. I'm almost done with this girl already, just for what she did on the first night. Have an experience with your wife. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Sexual nature. Let's see if we can fix things. This is her chance. Until now, your sexual experiences with your wife have been the standard fare. Okay, so apparently we did have sex, even though she didn't do it then. Okay. You've done a little experimenting with positions, but that's about it. Have you been thinking about suggesting something a little bit more out of the ordinary? As a matter of fact, yes. What would you like to try? Okay, that should have already been number one. That should have already been happening since the first moment. Anyway, oral sex, being tied up and tickled. I had a comment. I'm not going to say it. Experimenting with marital aids, vibrators, creams, etc. Suggesting a menage a trois, sex with your wife and another woman at the same time. Let's just try this first. Your wife agrees that it would be fun and goes along with the experience. The two of you have a great time and find that this can be a powerful way of satisfying her sexual needs. Awesome. And after getting some head, that's gonna wrap up this episode of Alter Ego. Whew, this playthrough has brought out some I don't even know what, some funny ass and amazing things. Let me just tell you, I'm glad we have decided to play this. Anyway, guys, that'll wrap up this edition of Das Time. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.